So if you have been yelling, get the shade at your screen for the past minute, type me in the comments and give yourself a pat on the back, because this is something amazing.
Hello everyone, it's Tiffany with Thrifting Vegas. I shop at thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales and discount stores for items I can resell for profit on online platforms like eBay, Poshmark and OfferUp.
We are out early this morning. It's a Wednesday morning and I'm headed to the post office to drop off some packages. These are items that I have sold directly from the haul at the end of my last video. I've had some people ask, why don't my recent thrifted items appear in my eBay store? And that's because I like to give my subscribers and viewers first dibs on the items I find, and that's why I ask you to send me an email if you see anything in the haul at the end of the video that you'd like to purchase. We are pulling up to the post office now. I'm going to drop off the packages and then we're headed down the street just 3 or 4 minutes to the Goodwill on Rainbow and Cheyenne. I'll see you there. So the Goodwill hasn't been open very long this morning, and as you can see, the parking lot is already quite busy. I don't usually come this early in the morning because this store in particular restocks their shelves late afternoon. So I find early evening is the best time. But today we're going to try something a little bit different. Not only is it soon after opening, but it's also Senior Day, where anyone is welcome to shop, of course, but seniors get 40% discount. So I'm expecting it to be just a bit busy. We're going to have an adventure, so let's go in and see what we can find. Let's go thrifting! I had several questions this week asking me how I price unique items like cross stitches, crewel stitchery and original artworks. Those are a bit tricky and you have to use your best judgment. What I tend to do is go into eBay solds and just have a look for similar items. You won't necessarily find the same artist, but a similar size and style, you can usually get a good idea of value. Some of you have also been struggling with how to actually get to eBay solds. So I am going to take a minute to show you, the color of the day is green, to show you how exactly to get to eBay solds when you are on your mobile device in the thrift store. Just one point, you cannot look at eBay solds if you have done a visual photograph search for a particular item. You can only get there if you've typed it in. But I will show you both ways. I will show you the difference between taking a picture to search for an item and typing in a description, and we'll see what we can find. We are here in the hard goods section and I'm really excited because these shelves look ever so full. I think they must have been restocking overnight. Here are 3 Christmas baubles, sports teams. They don't do ever so well for me, only about $8 a piece those, so I'll leave them. Some Christmas scissors. Let's see, this looks like a metal... Is it a crane? Not ever such good quality, that, just cut metal, a bit crude, so we'll leave it. Here's a Mary Engelbright project piece, a little plaque. All sorts of Christmas here, some baggies, candles and ornaments, tins and mugs. I'm always checking the baggies. As I always say, one amazing piece can make the price worthwhile, and you can always give away the rest or donate it back. Look at this. It's a Merry Grinchmas tray with the original Dr. Seuss, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas characters. It's by Van Door. I'm not really sure how old this is, but I think that this is at least a $25 to $35 tray. I'm going to keep an eye out for any matching pieces that go with the metal tray, maybe plates or bowls or even mugs. These are some candle holders, a gift box there that's empty, placemats and a frame. What else can we find? It is so exciting having such a big Christmas in July event. Las Vegas Goodwills do this every single year, and not only does it clear out some Christmas storage space in their back room, it lets us get prepared for the holidays really early. This is a beautiful piece. It's a jewelry box or a trinket box. It's completely glass, the bottom is mirrored, but what I love about it is the finish of the little metal edging. It's almost like lace, absolutely gorgeous. It's metal with a little latch, $4. Let's get it in the cart. My Thrifting Vegas blanket is here to keep it safe. This is a fun piece. It's a bangle that reads, "You can agree with me or you can be wrong." It's 69 cents. Let's definitely get that. Here's a candle shade, some figurines, candle holders, some plaques there, vases. Oh, look at these. One of my subscribers left a comment about this doll. I believe they're Hawaiian hula dolls, and they look really vintage. They're only $2 each, so we will grab both of those. In the cart they go. The lovely lime green colour of this glass vase has caught my eye. It's $4, and look at the beautiful light blue stripe around the top. However, it is a florist piece, and when I weigh the space it's going to take up in my vintage booth versus potential profit, I am going to leave it for somebody else. Let's keep going, checking the top shelf. Some baggies of ornaments up here. Nothing exciting in there. Candlesticks and wreaths. Here's a glass platter. Oh, what fun. It's a Neiman Marcus piece, reverse painted red. This would be great for Christmas cookies. Stocking holders, music box and cards, some tins. Here's a box. Ooh, this is a trinket box ornament with angels. Let's see. Oh, it's a music box as well. Let's close this up. We'll pop it in the cart, and I'll have to remember to check to see if it works, or at least if the batteries can be changed. Another baggie of bits back here, little party favors. This is very vintage. 69 cents. It's a cardboard gift box. I love the font on that. Look at these two Christmas pups. They're a stocking holder. Absolutely lovely. Let's pop them into the cart. Here's a penguin snow globe. That's personalized on the base there. Some Star Trek Hallmark ornaments. They look vintage. I am going to... Whoops. Somebody trying to get by behind me. I'll pop these into the cart. We'll look them up on eBay to see if they are worth picking up. Some vintage bells there. Sadly, tape right on the ornament. So we'll leave those. Advent calendar snowman.
If you're enjoying the video, it would mean the world to me if you could give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below, and subscribe to my channel with the little red button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen.
Lots of different gift boxes and tins. Ooh, I just noticed way at the back up here is a little box that matches the ho 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 one. It's a cylinder and there's something in it. I can feel it shaking. Oh look, there's a little bag, very vintage, with a gold box, which is empty. Nothing else in there. I think we should grab these two. I wonder if there is a third one in between these two sizes. Let's pop them into our cart carefully. There we go. And keep going. What else have we got here? It's a crystal or glass basket, a little village. Here's a box of ornaments. It's a Warner Brothers box. So I am wondering if there's a Warner Brothers ornament inside. I see Disneyland, an angel. That says made in China. Looks like fish. Let's pop this in the cart. It is $6. So we'll have a think about that one. What else? All sorts of little glass ornaments. That's a Kmart one. Be on the lookout for Christopher Radko glass ornaments. They are very, very collectible and sell well on eBay all throughout the year. Collectors are on the lookout for pieces that they don't have and want. This is an inexpensive trinket box. I'm going to leave that. It doesn't clasp closed. Oh, look at these two. Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. I love their plaid matching outfits. With love, Aunt Marie, 2020. These are very unique. I really like them. They're ever so sparkly and glittery. They would look lovely on a mantle. In the seasonal aisle is this wax warmer. I think it's a project piece. It's a pumpkin with vines. It's quite nicely done. So let's pop this into the cart. Oops. And see what else we can find. This shelf is piled up. Lots and lots of things. Here are some monkey pod fruits in a bowl. Unfortunately, the grapes look to be a bit damaged and they are asking $10, which is a bit much for me for resale, I think. However, I am going to pop it into the cart and take a look on eBay to see how well those are selling at the moment. They used to do quite well for me. But as I say, I think $10 might be a bit much for resale. We'll keep going on to the next seasonal shelf. Lots of signs here, plaques, a black tinsel cat for Halloween, and an Easter wire basket there. Here is a little glass bird. Several of you let me know that you collect birds. This one is pretty. It has a mercury glass look to it. So let's put him somewhere safe in the cart. There's a pumpkin back here. Let's have a look at this. It's quite heavy. I think it's made of resin. Not ever such good quality though. The paint is wearing off quite a bit, so I am going to leave it. Here's a candle. Lots of Easter bits on this shelf up here, and baskets. Hiding up here is a little doll with feathers. Oh, look at the beading on her. She looks to be tribal, really interesting, definitely vintage. Let's pop her into the cart. She doesn't have a price, so we can get one at checkout. We'll lay her on top so we don't disturb her feathers. What else have we got? Oh, this is interesting. This is a flattened cobalt blue bottle. This would be really nice for serving appetizers or desserts. Very unique piece. I absolutely love the color, and cobalt blue is very trendy at the moment, sells ever so well for me. Here is a candle holder, Harry Slatkin. I think that's a brand sold at Bath and Body Works, if I am not mistaken. Let's do this with this piece. Let's take a look on eBay. We'll bring my phone out here. We will do a photo search. In the search bar, we'll push the little camera, and then we will take a picture like that, and it will bring up images and listings of similar items. We've got one here, $21.99 plus shipping. And let me demonstrate for you, when you take a picture of an item and do a search, it does not give you the option to look at sold listings. So what you're going to have to do is, once you find out what it is, in this case your Harry Slatkin shell, is you'll type that in, do your search. As you can see, different ones come up this time, including similar ones to the one on the shelf here. But then you can go up to filter, scroll down to where you see sold items, click sold items. It will also highlight completed items. Click off to the side and you will then see items that have sold. We have one here for $44.50, so I am actually going to pick this piece up. I think it will do well for me, and it's only $2. A signed Harry Slatkin shell candle. I know that many of you love elephants, but sadly this piece has a crack on one side of the heart. It goes all the way around there. It looks like it has been repaired. So we will leave that on the shelf. Got toothbrush holders and candles here. Some snow globes. Oh, just a word about snow globes. Although it is a popular belief that snow globes contain water, many of them contain antifreeze, and this is really, really dangerous to animals and to children. So if you have snow globes, be sure they are put in a spot where they can't be knocked off or broken, because sadly if they break and your dog or child ingests the liquid, it can be very, very dangerous. This is a wall piece. Looks like a model of a water vessel. That's quite interesting. More candles up here. A tripod. These look like teachers' wall hangings. Oops. That piece needs to be re-glued on there, I think. Oh, look at this little shade. I have been looking for a shade for a piece that I have in my booth. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you might remember it. It's a little vintage teapot lamp. I think that might be perfect. So we'll put that in the cart. Wire reindeer Christmas basket up there. Lots more baskets. Here's a decorative pineapple. Candles and plaques. Oh, I thought for a second that that was a beautiful slice of agate, but it's actually just a cardboard piece. It's a rooster canister. Just a piece of tile down there.
plates, little tea light holders. They're flash painted. More baskets and signs, big glass platters. This is Secret Life of Pets. Sadly, she is damaged. Candle holders. I saw Monopoly. That's the lid to something. Plush. Another doll here. She seems to be more modern than the other one we just found. A souvenir piece. And this girl we have seen before. Sadly, she has heat damage to her face. She's quite distorted. Easter eggs. Oh, look how beautiful this sunflower canister is. Absolutely love the design and colors of that. It has some raised paint accents on it as well. Only $3. I know I have sunflower fans, so we will pop that into our cart. Find a safe spot for it. Keep an eye out just in case there are more of different sizes. Little picture frame. Not quite sure what this is. Possibly a hanger for a doll, a stand for a doll. This I know is a pin cushion. I've sold these before. They sell really, really well. Collectible cushions. So we will take that as well. I am going to pay up for that $6, but I know it will sell. This we've looked at before and puzzled over. Another pumpkin. This is a pretty little cup here. That's sad. I think it's part of a tea set. Why don't we pop this in the cart and take it over to the mugs and the kitcheny bits and see if we can find it some friends. Little container there. It's quite damaged on the corners. More signs. Baskets. This is a Temptations chicken. She is a spoon holder. The spoons form her tail feathers. Unfortunately, her spoons are missing, but they might be either in the kitcheny bits or on the baggy wall. So we are going to see what she's worth on eBay. And then we'll see if we can find her tail feathers. Doing a search for her, there are quite a few listed, from $10 without the spoons to $20, $30. Because we did a visual search for her, we can't look at the sold items. So I've typed in Temptations chicken to see what comes up, and here's a good lesson. I'm getting lots of Temptations brand chicken cat treats. So let's filter. We'll go down to sold items. We'll click off. Here one has sold for $22.49 plus shipping. So because of all these cat treats coming up, we will need to add in another word to eliminate those. Temptations chicken spoons I have put. So let's search for that. That will remove all the cat treats. Filter, sold items. Here we go. 22.20. So I think it's absolutely imperative, if we are going to purchase this chicken, that we find her spoons.
On the same shelf, a little bull wall hanging. Over here, I look at this every single time, hoping that it's miraculously going to have repaired itself. Handle is still broken. It's a interesting gold wishbone, very lightweight, inexpensive. It's not brass. Plates, planters. Here is a sugar skull fan. It is plastic, just a costume piece. However, sugar skulls are very popular, so I'll pop it in the cart and look it up on eBay. Just curious about this piece. Not really sure. Oh, it's a welcome flag. We will leave that on the shelf. We are here in the brown section. More wood plaques and signs, picture frames and racks. This is an interesting piece. At first glance it looks vintage, but unfortunately I think it's just a modern piece that has been outside in the weather. It seems to have got wet and the paint has run all the way down the tassels. We'll leave that. More baskets and plaques. Let's see here. If you are in need of shelving or storage, this is quite fun. Hello Fall with a little sweater pumpkin. I'm going to leave that because I just don't think it'll meet my $15 to $20 profit goal. This, on the other hand, is amazing. This is a wall hanging basket and it has some real hide on it with feathers. Now, I think it's missing some pieces on the front there, but it would look amazing with a plant in it. This is interesting. I'm not really sure what that is. Possibly some sort of game. Some shoe trees. This is throwing me for a loop. If anyone knows what that is, do tell me in the comments. Basket. Star decoration. Little board here. Wooden boards make great canvases if you are artistic. So you can pick up old vintage cutting boards for a song at Goodwill and paint to your heart's content. We have a rooster there. Frames and hooks. Lots and lots of knife blocks. It's a cornucopia. I believe this is a florist vase. Originally would have come with a fall arrangement in it. It's $3. It's quite tempting, but again, I don't think I could meet my $15 to $20 profit goal on that. Probably $10 to $12 piece, that. Little box. Quite damaged on the edges, unfortunately. Oh, it's a music box. Shelving cubes. Making our way, oopsie, into the wire and metals because of the Christmas in July aisle. Everything is condensed and piled up, so it's a little more difficult to see what they have. Our usual candle holders and sconces, wall decor.
and racks. Some outdoor lights. That's funny. I just, as you know, if you watch my videos, I just purchased 4 new outdoor lights for our home, which are very similar to those. This is just making sure it is not sterling. This is silver plated, a bread basket. Many of them are made in China, but some of them are made in Italy, and they are definitely nicer quality. Some resin ornaments here. Just checking the bag to see if there is anything of value amongst the resin. I think we'll leave that on the shelf. The black metals over here and colored pieces. And straight into the vases, planters and florals. Bottles. Nice carafe with a lid there. These are quite hard to find with the lid. I do have one with lemons on in my booth. Biscotti jar is still here. All sorts of clear florist pieces. Lots and lots. This is quite fun. Covered in, is that hemp jute, maybe? Arrangements and baskets up top here. Oh, look at this. This is a pottery bird feeder. I love the colors. The blue with the tan and brown here. Almost a drip glaze. This holds wild bird seed. You pop the lid on like that. And it is accessible for the birds in these little holders. Let's see. Ayers Pottery. Let's definitely pop that into our cart. We could probably expand our bird watching in my yard to not only include hummingbirds, but also wild birds. Oh no, I've just noticed the corner there, the edge there has a massive chip. But you know what? With the lid on, you really can't see it. So it just doesn't matter. It is a lovely piece. And that chip doesn't bother me in the least. I would hate to see such a lovely, useful piece go into the landfill. So let's still take it with us. We'll finish up this shelf. Oh, I want to show you this. This is a Mr. Peanut jar. It has Mr. Peanut himself on the bottom there, raised up with his cane and top hat. So if you are a peanut fan, it's perfect storage. They used to sell quite well on eBay, but the market is quite flooded with them now. Little Silvestri planter with a bow, $2. All sorts of planters. Here we are in the lamps and shades. I have spotted a piece that looks like a Scentsy wax warmer here. I am not seeing the giveaway Scentsy mark on the bottom, and it's also missing its wax tray. After my last video, a couple of you mentioned that you thought I might have missed a Waterford lamp. I'm thinking this piece is what you saw. It's actually a cut glass piece, relatively inexpensive. These are quite nice shades. I was thinking they might go with the two Moriarty lamps I found not too long ago, but I think they are going to be just a bit too big. So I will have to keep looking, continue the search for those. Some little Christmas tree ornaments, red crystals. Down here we have some more cut glass lamps. These are a little more vintage, just not big sellers in the market.
So if you have been yelling, get the shade at your screen for the past minute, type me in the comments and give yourself a pat on the back, because this is something amazing. It is tooled leather. I believe it's Mexican made. It's absolutely fantastic. There is a bit of fading, sun fading there, as you see, but I think that is fixable with some mineral oil. So as I was downloading my thrifting footage, it turned out to be over an hour long. So I decided to split it into two parts. That's the end of the first part. I'll go ahead and show you everything I found in this part in the haul right now. And the other half will be my Sunday video. You'll see the second half and a haul for that half too. Here on my table is everything I found at Goodwill. This is the first part of two. On my Sunday video, I'll show you the footage from the second half of the shopping trip, and it will follow with the second part of the haul. First, we have these two amazing dolls. I believe they are Polynesian or Hawaiian hula dolls. They're very, very vintage, absolutely fantastic. This one has a full costume that looks to be actually hand stitched, and beaded and shell necklaces, hand painted faces. This one has metal earrings and beads. They're absolutely amazing. And one of you lovely subscribers in the comments told me I should have picked these up. Actually, it was just this one at the time. And this trip, I found this one as well on the same shelf. $2 a piece. I haven't been able to find any others like them. I expect to get $25 per doll. Back here we have our Merry Grinchmas tray. This is a Vandor metal tray. I found one on eBay as I showed you in the footage. There are two available. They are in new condition. This one does have a few scratches on it. The new ones are offered at $70 a piece. Two available. No sales of this particular piece. I paid $2. I am going to ask $35. This is a really fun, big, chunky bangle. You can agree with me or you can be wrong. I couldn't resist for 69 cents. Just a really fun piece. I am going to ask $15. I couldn't resist these lovely dogs. They are covered in tinsel. The one has the strand of tinsel in his mouth. The other has a bell. It is a stocking holder. The bone up front holds the stocking loop. I paid $2 for it. I am going to ask $18. Back here we have our lovely vintage Christmas boxes. Ho 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 and the Holly one. I paid 69 cents a piece for them. This one, as we saw, also has a little vintage baggie inside with a box. Is there a date on it? It's Amscan. What's in here? Oh, I think there's another bag in here. Very, very vintage. I just love those. 69 cents. Was this one 99? Let's see. Now that was also 69 cents, and I am going to ask $20 for the pair. Next we have our fantastic glittery Santa and Mrs. Claus figurines. I love their plaid suits, her little glasses, And look at the detail on her basket there. It actually looks woven. They're made of resin. Obviously the accessories are applied. I paid, what did I pay? I paid $6 for the pair, and I am going to ask $45 for the pair. Next we have our lovely collectible cushion pin cushions. These sell well for me. I've sold them in the past. They're very, very collectible. I absolutely love the lace doily on the back of the chair and the pattern. It's a super piece. The chair actually has feet, and you can see that the pin cushion is the chair seat. I paid up a bit for this, $6, and I expect to get $35 for it. Next is a lovely little sunflower pot. Beautiful design. I love the colors, and the little white spots are raised up on there. It is just a lovely, lovely piece. It has a lid. I paid $3 for it. I am going to ask $15. This is our candle holder. It's a Bath and Body Works Harry Slatkin 2009 piece. Candles can easily be removed from holders by putting them, the whole thing in the freezer. If you put this in the freezer overnight, you'll just be able to push down on one side of the candle and it will just pop out. Then you can wash it clean. I paid $1.99 for this. I am going to ask $22. This shade I am hoping will fit the little ceramic or porcelain teapot lamp I have at my vintage booth, and coming soon will be a walkthrough of my booth. I need to go restock, replenish, and move things around a little bit. So once that is done, I will show you the new newly stocked booth. Down here we have our beautiful little mercury glass style bird, really delicate. I paid $2 for her, and I am going to ask $15. This is a beautiful piece, all beveled glass panels. The bottom is a mirror, and as I said, I just love the detail of the metal. It's little hearts that look a bit like keys all the way around here. Just a beautiful piece, amazing paneled effect. It looks antique, although it's not. Just has a super, super look to it. I am going to ask $22. I frequently see these melted and flattened wine bottles, but I don't often see them with the neck of the bottle raised up that can be used as a handle. You could carry this in with some little desserts or candies on it, some appetizers, some cheese samples. It's really lovely. I love the fact that it's cobalt blue. As I said in the video, very trendy color, very desirable at the moment. I paid $2 for this. I am going to ask $18. This bird feeder is by Ayers Pottery. I love pottery pieces, as you know. Gorgeous design on here, gorgeous colors. Unfortunately, as we saw in the video, it does have a big chip on the top, big chip and crack, but when the lid is on, you just can't see it at all. So I think I'm going to put this in my garden with some seed in it for the little tiny birds. The birds, small birds, often try to drink from the hummingbird feeders. Of course, they're disappointed when it's sugar water, and I don't think they can actually even get their beaks in there. So they will be excited about this. Next we have our fantastic Native American basket. It's woven wood with a hanger on the top, and the front is real animal hide. It's a leather hide. This side has beautiful feathers on, and unfortunately something has come off on the other side. However, if you put a trailing plant in that and hang it on the wall, it would be absolutely stunning. Just gorgeous. I paid $4 for it. I am going to ask $38. Last but not least, this amazing tribal African doll. I just noticed when I put her down that her eyes actually open and close. They're the rolling eyes. She looks to be quite vintage, really detailed. I love this beading. There is the back of her. She's made of felt and fur and beads, and her body is vintage plastic. I ended up paying $3 for her, and I am going to ask $20. And this is my find of the day. I have spent literally months looking for the perfect shade for my beautiful tall floor lamp here. You may have seen me thrift this several months ago, right after my friend Kat, the nurse flipper, told me that I should be looking for nice lightweight things that I can ship easily. I'm absolutely thrilled with how this piece looks on the lamp, and I am going to make my way over here and turn it on for you because it looks absolutely amazing. The detail of this piece, as you can see, is stunning. Stand by. Look how beautifully that lights up with the shade. And while we're here, I'll just take a minute and show you my new, well, my not so new now, beautiful sideboard. I've got some of my favorite pieces on here. Sasha Brastoff pieces that I thrifted when George the Antique Nomad was in town. I also got this lovely piece. This is my Viking glass console bowl. My other Sasha Brastoff I found with George. And this piece I found at the swap meet, Broad Acres here in Vegas, with Danny the niche lady. And this piece I also thrifted, and it just happens to go perfectly with the colors. My mat here is covering the unfortunate crack in the travertine on top of this original piece. I don't want to replace it. This is many decades old, absolutely gorgeous, an amazing piece of stone, as you can see. And I know I've showed you this before, my glass Christmas trees. They stay up all year long. My pride and joy. Here they are. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the trip to Goodwill and the haul. If you see anything you're interested in purchasing, please send me an email, thriftingvegas.tiffany@gmail.com. Include your name, your address, the item you're interested in, and your offer. And I will see you next time. Bye. Bear and Rio have just had a lovely run and game of fetch at the park. They wrestle and they roll and they chase and fetch the balls, and now they're absolutely exhausted. I don't know if you can see just how big Rio is. She's about 8 months old now, and she's almost as big as Bear, who is 80 something pounds. Well, hello, Bear. Are you having a nap? Are you very tired? Very tired. He had a lot of ball time at the park today, and it's quite hot, which is always rough on doggies. So when it's hot outside, do make sure they have plenty of shade, plenty of water. And if your dog is panting, give them a couple of ice cubes.